Alright, now we move on to the passenger side. Now the passenger side is a little different from the driver's side, but only because we don't have a steering wheel. Unless of course you're in America. But I don't know as the Americans had for these cars.
Oh, they're very pretty box. Oh, very pretty.
Alex has just opened the packaging for his new speakers that are going in here. And he is quite impressed by the sound of things.
Very pretty.
Alright, let's see how much space we can get there. Might have to get up my special riding screwdriver. No, we're good. Okay, same basic 2 screws. Drop the glove box down. Now, let's get this stuff out of here. There's a blast from the past. The cassette adapter. Now, some of you guys are too new and have no idea what this is. This is a cassette tape. And back in the day, you'd plug that into your CD player so you can listen to CDs. You drop that into the car and you can listen to CDs without changing the radio. Not very common nowadays because most radios have CDs and almost none of them have tape. But this is still stock. Right, glove box. That is our locator pin. And that just holds the side of the glove box in. Just give that a bit of a twist. It should just pull out. Very, very simple design. And then you should be able to pry that out. So it locks in here, this locks into that side, these two tuck underneath, and this pin that we took out plugs through a hole in the middle and into there. Nice and easy. You can get it there for now. Right. And in the back, which you may want to see, there is our screw that we took out from the other side. Hoping you can see that. And the Phillips. Theoretically, this should just pop off like such. Same basic thing. Okay. And like the other side, there's a screw in here. There's one in there. Now a lot of you guys use the powered screwdrivers. It's not really necessary when you're talking old cars. You really want to have a lot of control over the tools you're using. Never so bad when it's your own car, because if you break something, you've only got yourself to blame. You don't really want to be damaging a customer's car or your friend's car. It doesn't really matter how old the car is. Almost every time it is somebody's pride and joy. And you should look after it. Okay, you can see that whole thing coming loose again. Take out the screws, and that should come loose. Okay, so the same 4 screws, one tucked in the corner, one through the middle, which goes into there, one down here, which goes in there, and one at the back into there. Same as the driver's side. Same silver screw. And again, nice and gentle. Okay, so this one's a bit easier to see, but on this one I basically wiggled it sideways and it gave me a bit of clearance to pop out. Again, it's all original, it's undamaged, but still very, very brittle. We certainly don't want to sit on those. And again, 3 screws holding a speaker in place. From an acoustic point of view, having the speakers up on the dash like this is really good for soundstage because it's already firing the sound nice and high. The downside, of course, is that it's only a 4-inch speaker, so you don't get a lot of warmth or a lot of mid-bass coming through because it just physically can't produce those kind of sounds. And that is where you find a lot of cars will put speakers in the doors down in here. On these cars they'll unscrew that, they'll make up a whole another panel, cut a hole. Great way of getting sound, but if you want the car to look original, it's not the way to do it. We're going to try and cheat by replacing these front speakers with some really nice efficient speakers that go relatively deep for the size, and they'll be hidden. We're going to replace the back ones on the shelf with some 6-inch speakers to give us a little bit more warmth, and then we're going to put a subwoofer in the boot for the bottom end so these aren't struggling, and then try and tune it and make it sound nice overall. That is our goal with this particular car, and hopefully everything will be stealth. Okay, now another thing to watch out for, guys, when you're dealing with speakers up on the dash, always be careful of the windscreen. Most of the time these things are pure glass and it's not too much of a problem, but some people have been known to tint these cars. It's not a legal thing to do, but you know, people do what people do, and tint is very, very easy to scratch with the edge of your speakers. So just assume, if you're not sure, put some tape over it or a cloth or something just to protect your glass and or tint if the customer has that done to their vehicle. There we go. Another speaker, exactly the same as the other side. Ready for updating, but it's still in really, really good condition. Considering this is what, December 91, so we're at 30 plus years. Still stock speaker. It's amazing. Saying goes, they don't build them like they used to, and this is evidence of exactly that. Alright, next step.